Cool guys, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm redoing this because the first one had no voice. Cool guys, like I said, welcome to the stream. I'm doing a lap guide for the upcoming GTSA race. We are racing around Sardinia Road Track B. We are allowed to use any of the GR2 2016 models, but I specifically will be using the Nissan Skyline. Fuel wear is 4 times, tire wear is 7 times, and we have the tire selection from super softs all the way up to medium tires. So it's going to be interesting to see that strategy. Then balance of power is on, tuning is prohibited, and there's 30 laps for this race. So it's going to be quite cool. It is the final race of the GTSA Season 1, so it is a bit of a nail biter for me because I've got Skitty 1 as well as a few other guys right on my neck. I think I need to finish at least 5th or 6th with Skitty winning the race. So yeah, based on points it's going to be quite a nail biting race, so do join me on Thursday for that. The other thing with this race on Thursday, it is quite a special race because what GTSA has done is that the theme for this race is for the support of a loved one or someone that we know whom has struggled with cancer or has passed on just because of it. Whether they won or lost the battle, this race is for them. And what you'll find is that we are racing with all pink cars, so everybody's going to have a pink or some sort of pink on their car, as well as we are collecting donations for this race. So in my link for this stream, I'll put the details below on where you can actually collect or donate to. As well as on Thursday night's race, I'll put the same details where you can actually also donate towards the cause. All donations, they're going to the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa, otherwise known as CHOC. So please guys, do support the cause. As I said, all the drivers from Pool 1 all the way up to Pool X, 9, 10, 11, 100, they are all going to be driving in some sort of pink car. Just so let's get a look at mine quickly. So my Skyline, big thanks to Mr. Stephen Berry. He actually did my car out of the GTSA Dream Team's style livery. So I'm going to be racing in this lovely pink beast over here. And as I said guys, please do support the cause. I mean, we've got a global pandemic at the moment, but I mean, there's other things that we also need to try and focus our attention on that has been taking the lives of our loved ones and friends and family for the past couple of years. Okay, so before I start, I just want to change my tires. And then I'm setting up my car. Traction control in 0 and the brake balance at the front. Okay. How's it, Phantom? Thanks for joining, brother. Okay, guys, so one thing you must know about these cars, the faster you go, the better they stick. Keep that in mind. The faster you go, the better they stick. I just noticed something that I didn't change my back tires. The faster you go, the better they stick. So always try and, within limit, go as fast as you can with this car. My pink beauty in the sunlight there. Hope you get a good shot of that on Thursday. So this track is very short and it's one about repetition, so you'll hear me as I'm doing these laps. I'll just keep repeating the same thing in my mind as well as out to you guys, so you know exactly how to do or take these corners or go around this track as fast as possible. So first things first, turn 1. What I like to do is you can either be on the inside of this curve and brake at the 100 board, but preferably I like to be a little bit over it, and as I said, braking at the 100 board. Here you'd brake full brakes until you get to the corner. Okay, so full brakes at the 100, run it all the way up until you get to where this curve is, the end of the curve, and I would generally have been in 6th gear, shifting down to 2nd, and then taking this apex. The reason why I'm in second and not in first is because when you exit this corner, the bum likes to slide from this car. So it's best to be in second gear so that as you're coming out, you can at least floor it out and hit out to the outside of this corner. If you're in first, generally you'll find the car will over rev and then the tires at the back will start spinning, and then you're definitely going around that corner. Okay, so always try and be in second and then just ride it out nicely onto the exit. Okay, so as you're exiting here, you'll come round, hug this corner, turn 2. Then turn 3, what I like to do is, if you look at that red mark there where that ambulance is, generally what guys would do is they'd go all the way to that corner and start riding it. But the problem when you ride it is when you get to the exit of the corner, you're now running too wide and you have to lift off. So what I like to do is, as I come and I see that red mark, generally I'm in the middle here, I then turn in as I see that red mark, and instead of hitting this on my left here, if I could show you, on the left here, this curve here is like a little bit, has a bit of a gradient, and that kind of unsettles the car. Whereas this one in front of us is flat and you can actually run on it. So when the car is going fast, you're running on that curve, and then you'll find you'll come out a lot straighter on your exit of this third corner. Okay. Then you'll get to turn 4. What I like to do on turn 4 is, again, either look for this red mark here, right here, or I'll look for, depending how fast I'm going or what tires I've got on, I'll look for the grey mark of this thing. You'll see it's a little bit darker grey than the normal barrier. So either the red one or the grey one, you'd brake, but brake in such a way that you're not braking full brakes. If you look at my brake marker right now, you'd rather brake full brakes and then come all the way to half brakes as you're coming closer and closer to the corner. Because what you want to do is you don't want to actually brake for the corner, you just want the car to turn into the corner. So that way you brake so that the car slows down but like kind of turns or jerks while it turns, and then half brake so that it at least, you're not slowing the car down, you're at least carrying that speed into the corner and then exiting out. So as I said, you'd brake at the red mark behind me, come to the curve here, start turning in. Alright, again you want to hit the curve. So at this point you should have been half brakes, accelerating a little bit out now, so that when you accelerate fully, you're hitting the exit of this corner here. Okay, then you're up into third, coming into turn 5. This one I like to brake, I like to brake where that barrier becomes the tire wall. Okay, so you'll brake where the barrier becomes a tire wall, drop down into second, either come out wide and then go closer in, or go closer in and then come out wide. So I like to go out wide and then go closer in. So as you're turning, you'll notice that when you see, if you look at the very top right of my screen right now, when you see that windmill, that's when you should start flooring the car. That's when you should be at full throttle exiting the corner. Okay, so exiting turn 5 in full throttle, second, third, so that you ride it all the way out onto this curve, which you can't really see, it's a blind curve. You'll be in third gear, fourth gear, coming down the hill. Turn 5, 6, fourth gear, fifth gear. Try and get as close to this as you can, but not touching it. You'll find that I'll generally hit that wall if I'm not careful enough. But the better you can get to, as close as you can get to this wall, means your next little kink, turn 7 there, will be a lot smoother for your car coming out, otherwise you'll drift out wide. So by this time now, you're 5th gear, and then you'd probably be in 6th gear here now, coming in nice and tight. And then this corner will probably be the one that a lot of you guys would be trying to overtake someone, out braking somebody, or you just, if you're in the lead or in front with clear air, you'd brake normally. Okay, if you are in the slipstream of a car, what I would suggest is braking at least 20 meters before that 100-meter port on the right hand side. You notice that you can't see it, right? So try and brake while you still can see it, because if you're behind someone, you're in their slip, you're gonna end up, if you brake at the 100, rear-ending them and then destroying both your races. So always, if you're behind someone, try and brake a little bit earlier than them, so that at least you're not rear-ending them. If you are going for the move, then obviously brake a bit later, but just make sure that you brake in such a way that you're not going to bump the person. Okay, I can't stress this corner enough, because I can tell that people are going to get bumping people, and I'm one of those guilty parties. So please, guys, try and brake a bit early if you're behind someone. If you're not behind someone, that 100 board starts where this blue artificial curve is. So I generally would brake where this blue artificial curve starts, all the way down into second gear, and just before the curve ends, I'm starting to turn in, clip this apex in second, accelerating out onto the next set of artificial grass. Okay, up into third then, and then again, this one's a bit difficult to brake for, but generally I would brake where the red tire wall starts. Okay, so looking for that red tire wall in third gear, braking down into second. As you end that curve, you're turning in, hitting that apex, running the car out wide, up into third, missing the next apex there, and then coming onto the straight. Okay, by this time you should be in fourth gear. As you leave that curve, you then come and touch the apex of this corner. I generally lift very slightly, just so that I don't run out wide in this corner, especially when the tires are dead. You just lift very slightly, so slightly being just about there, so that at least the car still stays on track and turns in where it wants to. Okay, as you're turning, obviously you'd come out fourth gear, fifth gear on the exit here of this curve now, and then the final corner. What I like to do, where I like to brake, sorry, if you look at this wall, right, you can see it starts light gray, then it goes dark gray. Okay, generally I would brake at the end of this light gray wall. Okay, reason being that you slow your car down enough, because you don't actually want to brake deep into this corner. You want to slow down the car enough that you just shift down into third and then literally take that corner, but as you're taking that corner, you're accelerating to floor yourself out of the corner. Okay, usually if you are trying to outbrake someone into the corner, you would generally brake at the end of the darker grey wall. Okay, and then, or just before the light grey wall starts again. Okay, so I mean, it's not really an overtaking corner for me, but if you do find yourself in that position, just note that reference point. As I said, down to third gear, taking this corner as sharp as you can, but making sure that on your exit you're as straight as possible, so that you can literally floor out of this corner without losing too much speed. Okay, flooring it out, shifting up the gears all the way into sixth. Okay, so that's the general lap guide for Sardinia, guys. I mean, it is a very short track, but I mean, if you keep those points or reference points in mind for this track, I can guarantee you'll be doing 113s and lower. Okay, so hopefully you guys pick up a few points from that. I'm gonna now do 2 or 3 laps for you guys, just so that you can have a look, and then you can see it basically in real time, how fast or the speed you should have been, or all the reference points you should be taking these corners at. Just remember, guys, this race is on Thursday night, so do join us Thursday night. It is in support of cancer for the Children's Hospital of South Africa, Children's Cancer Hospital of South Africa, CHOC. So please do join us for that, and hoping that we get a lot of donations for this, gents. Okay. I'm really hoping that this lap guide helps you guys, especially with your quali laps, but mainly with your racecraft for this track. Okay, let's do a lap. Exiting quite quickly. up into 6th. Okay, now we're looking for the 100, right? 100 board, breaking down 2nd. Up into 3rd, tires are a bit cold. Looking for the red banner. 2nd, not braking too hard. 3rd, down into 2nd, windmill. Up into 6, looking for the 100 board, braking hard here. Turning into 2nd. 3rd gear, looking for the red barrier. Up to 3rd, missing that apex. Slight lift. Grey wall. 3rd gear, flooring it out. Okay, we'll do another one, guys. Remember those points, remember them well. Okay, 100 board. Tires are warm now. Ambulance. Ooh, too wide. Banner. Out wide, windmill there. There we go. A lot better there. Looking for the 100 board, braking hard. There we go. There we go, nice. 4th gear, slight lift again. Looking for the grey wall. Flooring it out. So I hope you guys get those points. Gonna do one more lap. Look at that, quick times. One more lap, boys. 100 board. 2nd gear, taking the apex, flooring it out. 3rd gear, 4th gear, ambulance. Turning left, looking for the red board, braking softly. Riding the car in and out. Where's the windmill? There's it. Looking for the 100 board, braking hard. Third gear, 2nd now, riding nice and wide. Up into 4th, slight lift. Grey wall. 3rd gear, floor out. Ooh, ran a bit wide there, but it was a good lap nonetheless. Cool, guys. So I'm hoping that you pick up a few tips from this lap guide. I'm really hoping that the racing is nice and tight come Thursday night. It is the final race of the season. I'm really looking forward to a lot of good racing to watch, a lot of good racing at the Pool 1 race. Do join me Thursday night, guys. As I said, it is in support of cancer for the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa. Details will be at the end of the stream, in the bottom of the stream, in the description on how you might be able to donate. Please do donate as much as you can. If you've lost a loved one, someone you know who has struggled with cancer, whether they won or lost the battle, this race will be for them. All of us will be driving in our Pink Panther cars. And yeah, guys, just support as much as you can. Looking forward to this race. Really hoping that us Pool 1 guys are able to put on a good show for you guys for this last race. And yeah, until then, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on, well, tomorrow for Vase, but we'll see you on Thursday night for this GTSA race.